Mark 13, things to come. As he was going out of the temple, one of his disciples said to him, "Teacher, look, what beautiful stones and what wonderful buildings." And Jesus said to him, "Do you see these great buildings? Not one stone will be left upon the other, which will not be torn down." And Jesus said to him, "Do you see these great buildings? Not one stone will be left upon another, which will not be torn down." What did he just say there? Can't read two sentences without being like, give me an explanation. Give me an explanation. Do you see these great buildings? Not one stone. Okay, let's do like visuals. Do you see these great buildings? Jesus is saying this. Not one stone will be left upon another, which will not be torn down. Literally, I don't understand. Let's just keep reading and see if it connects. As he was sitting on the Mount of Olives, help. The screen is fuzzy. Everything is going as perfect as you would want it to be for like a comedic moment. On the Mount of Olives, opposite the temple, Peter, James, John, and Andrew were questioning him privately. "Tell us, when will these things come about, and what will be the signs when all of these things are going to be fulfilled?" And Jesus began to say to them, "See to it that no one misleads you. Many will come in my name, saying, 'I am he,' and they will mislead many. When you hear of wars and rumors of wars, do not be alarmed. Those things must take place. But that is not yet the end. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be earthquakes in various places. There will also be famines." This is like a now word for sure. The Lord told me to read this, and I literally didn't even know what was in it, obviously, because if you didn't catch me stumbling at the beginning. Yep, forgive the fuzz. That's just, we are blur on this video, okay? Wow. When you hear of wars and rumors of wars, do not be alarmed. Those things must take place, but that is not yet the end. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be earthquakes in various places. There will also be famines. These things are only the beginning of birth pains. But be on your guard, for they will hand you over to the courts, and you will be flogged in the synagogues. And you will stand before governors and kings for my sake as a testimony to them. That's totally happening. And the gospel must first be preached to all the nations. And when they arrest you and hand you over, do not worry beforehand about what you are to say, but say whatever is given to you at the time. You are not the one speaking, but it is the Holy Spirit. And brother will betray brother to death, and a father his child, and children will rise against parents. Sorry, I'm so bad at reading right now. Parents, and have them put to death. And you will be hated by everyone because of my name, but it is the one who has endured to the end who will be saved. Now when you see the abomination of desolation standing where it should not be, let the reader understand. Then those who are in Judea must flee to mountains. Whoever is on the housetop must not go down. nor go in to get anything out of his house. And whoever's in the field must not turn back to get his cloak. But woe to the women who are pregnant and to those who are nursing babies in those days. Moreover, pray that it will not happen in winter, for those days will be such a time of tribulation as has not what. Pray that what doesn't happen in winter? The abomination of desolation? Yeah, because he's saying when we see the abomination of desolation in Jerusalem, we best to get the going if we're in Judea. Is Judea like metaphorical or literal in this sense? We're gonna have to figure that out, because if I'm supposed to be fleeing from something right now, because I'm technically like in some sort of metaphorical Judea, like don't let me be dumb, you know? Moreover, pray that it will not happen in winter, for those days will be such a time of tribulation as has not been occurred since the beginning of the creation which God created until now, and never will again. I mean, that's good. It's nice, okay, that it ends, that like the pain stops and we don't have to do it again. And if the Lord had not shortened those days, no life would have been saved. But for the sake of the elect whom he chose, not the elite, the elect, get that straight. Whom he chose, he shortened the days. And then if anyone says to you, look, here's the Christ, or look, there he is, do not believe it. For false Christs and false prophets will arise, and will provide signs and wonders to the misled, signs and wonders in order to mislead, if possible, the elect. But beware, I have told you everything in advance. That's great. What a nice warning. Okay. The return of Christ. Still reading through Mark 13. Now we're at 24. But in those days after that tribulation, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. And the stars will be falling from heaven, and the powers that are in the heavens will be shaken. And then they will see the Son of Man coming in clouds with great power and glory. And then he will send forth the angels, and will gather together his elect from the four winds and from the end of the earth to the end of heaven. He's so cool. It's just like the best field trip. It's like we've been, it's like we've been chugging along, and God's like, swoop! Sorry, it's so late, and I have neighbors. I don't know, it's just like, it's not that I don't know. It is so satisfying to be on the winning team. I watch children share stories on the internet about visiting heaven, or like dreams of the tribulation, of what happens after the tribulation. We die, God snatches up believers, we come back, we all come back, Jesus, right? Like, it is really, 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 really cool. Just one big family. Reunion is not even the word, because it's an initial. It's like a one big family stay to know each other's these. It's so cool. Whoa. Oof. But in those days after the tribulation, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light, and the stars will be falling from heaven, and the powers that are in the heavens will be shaken. And then they will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory, and then he will send forth the angels and gather together his elect from the four winds of the earth and to the ends of heaven. Now, learn the parable from the fig tree. As soon as its branch has become tender and sprouts its leaves, you know that summer is near. Okay? So you too, when you see things happening, recognize that he is near, right at the, okay. Yes, right at the door. He's totally coming home. Truly I say to you, this generation will not pass away until all these things take place. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. But about that day or hour, no one knows. Not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but the Father alone. What? I didn't know that Jesus didn't have the clock. I didn't know that it was... Is this right? Or is this one of the things they messed up in the Bibles? Because we know that our Bibles have been messed with. Oh, the truth is so valuable, because you gotta dig so deep, so deep. What would I do if I kept it shallow? I'd probably fall, I'd fall. Wild. Watch out. Stay alert, for you do not know when the appointed time is. It is like a man away on a journey, who upon leaving his house and putting his slaves in charge, assigning to one each task, also commanded the doorkeeper to stay alert. Therefore, stay alert, for you do not know when the master for the house is coming, whether in the evening, at midnight, or when the rooster crows, or in the morning, so that he does not come suddenly and find you asleep. When I say to you, I say to all, stay alert. Literally bless you for sticking through the end of this video. It's one of my pet peeves when people are not reading right, and I'm not going to give excuses. I have excuses. For example, I just read a bunch of red words. Can you see how hard it is to see it in the red light? I was here fighting for my life. It's 12 p.m. I'm tired. I've got red letters. I'm trying to understand and read while the red light is just blowing them out. And I'm like, whoa. So thank you. Bless you. Not that I have the power to bless you. God bless. I hope God blesses you. That's cool. So, very interesting stuff here. I mean, it's nice because Jesus lays out what's going to happen. He lays out how to notice that the end is near, but he also says that he doesn't even know the exact, but about that day or hour, no one knows. Okay. Not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but the Father alone. About that day or hour. couple questions. One of them, is this like a living word so that like Jesus would say this today to my face? Would he to my face say today, oh, the Son doesn't know the day or the hour? Or would he say, oh, well, it's 2026 now, like I know the day, like we've like, because the Bible is the truth, so like, but sometimes there are conversations that are being had that were being had for that moment. Like, if you ever heard someone say, oh, I'm not eating, I'm full. They're not gonna be full all the time. They're gonna be hungry again another time. But in that moment, they were full. Jesus, do you still not know? Or that's just like very interesting. And it's kind of really special because it takes the pressure and the focus off of just fixating on the return of him. And I mean, he tells us to watch out, stay alert. You do not know when the appointed time is. Very fascinating. Jesus. Would you show us more of yourself? Show us even show me what to worry about. Show me what to worry about. Seems like I need to worry about staying alert, paying attention. What does that mean? Staying alert and paying attention to the times. It's just like, let's do a food analogy again. It's just like your fridge. You're going to notice when a cheese or your bread has turned moldy. Like, you're literally going to notice. Hello? Like, hello? You're trashing it. You're doing something about it. This is disgusting. You're not eating it. In the same way, like, he's like, pay attention. These will be the signs of the end. But even I don't know the day or the hour. He's saying, like, I'm on the same vibe as you. Like, we rocking this together. We're walking this out. So it's like the relationship with him stays loud because we're not just like hyper focused on like the mechanics of him like coming. It's like, okay, Jesus says like, not worry. So, okay, I'm just like, I mean, the solution is always get close to him. That's how all that stuff fades away.